between the Ku Tigers and Sbenu Sonic Boom. That's right. Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom indeed. So there's the Rek'Sai. Ban going down right off the bat for the Ku Tigers. That has been Ketch's go-to jungler. The exception of last game, he played it 5 games in a row.
How do you approach banning out a team like Sonic Boom when really there's no scary picks to worry about? What do you do? Just ban it randomly, I guess? I don't know.
I mean, there's always something. If they don't want to first pick Gragas, they can take that away. Limit the jungler's ability to really do anything at all right here. If Hojin wants to go for a more farm-oriented jungler,
and just have some fun and ban out Sejuani here as the last one, then just first pick Evelynn and then just be like, haha, what are you gonna play, catch?
Force him onto the Nidalee or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Lee Sin. Then we find out he's like a godly Lee Sin. We're like, oh no, what have the Ku Tigers done? There's a Victor ban to go along with the Rise ban.
We're never gonna get to see Kuro's Victor again. This is so sad. Now I just wonder why
it's too good.
Every single team bans this Victor against Kuro.
Well, we know. We know how good he is. What's the final ban? Ku Tigers thinking really hard. They're gonna just ban the Sivir. All right, why not? I think that's a good ban.
This may mean that they first pick a jungler or they first pick Rumble.
I suppose this makes it tough too for Sbenu to make sort of an all-in comp, which is what a lot of teams I think would kind of do in their position, you know?
Well, we'll see if they ban the Annie this game or the Kalista. Looks like it will be the Kalista.
Okay.
And so that puts Ku in a situation where they could first pick the Alistar. And remember, Gorilla is professionally undefeated on Alistar. In his career, never lost a game on that champion.
Whoa, Nautilus Echo locked in. All right then.
Early Echo lock-in.
Yep. So how do you counter an Echo? What do you think is a good...
I mean, honestly, I don't really know yet. He's such a versatile champion that it's hard to say.
It's funny that this early mid lane pick actually isn't that bad because people haven't really worked out as much
We have no
what the counters
idea
are.
if this is a mid lane pick.
That's true too. That's a good point. Well, I think the Riven for Smeb would be pretty safe as well. I'm gonna switch it over to Corki Evelynn.
So Gorilla is 6-0 all-time on Alistar right now, and
wow,
it's his ability to get into lane and then dive you, his coordination around his junglers has been so good this season when he plays the Alistar. He will just show up in random lanes at random times, dive you, and then back out. And really, he's been so effective at putting pressure on the map, snowballing all of his lanes. And that's kind of the reason. And then we see Prey back just with the Corki pickup as a comfort pick.
Come on, go Vel'Koz. Why not, man? Why not go Vel'Koz? They've been hovering over it a lot. Sbenu does this.
I don't think they're going to play the Vel'Koz. No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's probably good anyway. I just have to watch it lose.
Well, it's because it's not a very good champion.
I know. I know, but it's so fun to play, though. All right, Maokai and Jinx. So Jinx a bit of a surprise. She doesn't have that early game punch like she used to, and yet she is still as vulnerable as ever. So, all right, Nuclear.
I don't know why you would pick the Jinx over the Tristana. Now, they've saved their... The Echo can be flexed between positions right now, so they really haven't shown anything in particular.
Well, you see,
is it time for the Riven finisher?
You bet it is. Fatality.
It really is the Ku Tigers' fatality move when they pick Riven to end you and then get a pentakill on the Riven.
Pretty much. Koma's like, or not Koma, Nofe's like, okay, it's time for mid-Hecarim Kuro. You can do it. Oh, TF though.
Reliable pick.
A lot of poke, a lot of pick coming out of the Ku Tigers.
Yeah, they're not going to blind. I mean, they know the Maokai's going top, so they could have taken the Riven, I suppose, but this is definitely much safer. And they picked TF and Hecarim because they saw the Jinx. This is the perfect team composition to deal with Jinx with. As soon as Kuro gets the Zhonya's Hourglass, there's literally nothing Nuclear can do to stay alive unless he has a QSS or a Mikhail's on his team.
That is very true.
And you're not going to be building a Mikhail's early on a Nautilus. You need that Righteous Glory. So they may take the Fizz in the mid lane as a counter pick to the Twisted Fate and then run the Echo in the jungle.
Okay.
Smart draft.
Yeah, could be.
Sawson has played Fizz earlier this season. The Tigers should have known that this is a possibility. I think this is a great pick. Fizz is very good in lane against Twisted Fate because basically as soon as he tries to pick a card, as soon as he throws it, you just dodge it with Playful Trickster and then you're on top of him and you kill him.
Yeah.
So.
Or it might be a jungle Maokai.
No.
Or it might be a jungle Echo. Or it might be a mid lane Fizz. There we go.
There you go.
Yep.
All
All
worked
right,
out
we got
it.
It is what it is. So jungle Echo, all right. Is Echo going to be 0-2 in Champions so far?
Well, by virtue of Sbenu's Sonic Boom playing him, you have to think probably.
Probably, yeah.
And it all depends.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Sbenu Sonic Boom versus the Ku Tigers. You know, I do have to say, though, that the Sbenu Sonic Boom fans are more vocal than the Jin Air fans were. They're better. They're better.
Well, looks like some more Tri-Brush cheese from Ku.
Oh, yep, flash gold card on the Soul. There's the knock-up, there's the danger, and Soul goes down, doesn't even use his flash. First blood goes to Hojin. Well, all right. So, there we go. And we're a minute into the game now.
They did it 2 games in a row. They did the same Tri-Brush cheese 2 games in a row. And while Sbenu wasn't really dearly punished for it in the first time, they were this time around. Now, that said, Gorilla's flash was used. Both of Kuro's summoners were used, and he didn't get the kill either. So that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
And Gorilla had to take Pulverize first.
I wonder how much counter jungle pressure Hojin can put onto Catch now, actually, with that longsword. Can he just go in and 1v1 Catch?
Yes, almost certainly. I mean, I haven't seen Jungle Echo enough to know 100%, but you'd think that would be a pretty easy duel for Hojin to win. So we'll keep an eye on him, see what he does after he picks up the red buff. And they're going to know that he's starting on the bottom side of the map.
Yep, meanwhile, Catch going to go ahead and grab the Gromp.
And Hojin is... was he seen by that ward? A little bit hard to tell. Looks like he wasn't.
I don't know. But Prey already zoning.
Yeah, Prey and Gorilla playing this very aggressively in spite of just having a Corki early on, and Gorilla having to start with his Q. Kuro...
Oh, blue card used. There we go. A move on to Kuro here. He has no way to really escape from this. Flash. Kill comes in anyway. Ah, but revenge for Hojin.
Hojin very smart to start pathing up there, but
Yeah.
a good kill right there from Soul coming in off of the level 2. He went to the Raptors, took those out, and then came in for a gank. That was a smart game plan to try and snowball this Fizz. Fizz gets the kill, has to use both of his summoners for it, but unfortunately can't get more of an advantage than that. But good early game setup for Sbenu for sure.
Well, you know, it was a good idea to take advantage of the lack of summoners for
Yep.
Kuro as well, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. Now Hojin is going to absolutely steal the red buff right here.
He could just fight Catch, too. I don't know why he's running away from this.
Yeah, you think they have that lane pressure as well, but...
Yeah, I don't know this matchup very well. Maybe it looks like he's going to take advantage of the lack of summoners for Sassin. Gold card. Oh, Kuro throws a blue card in, actually.
Oh, man. Sausage just ate the bait so hard.
He's like, LOL, blue card. Oh, no, I'm dead.
Why would you go in? They
know.
knew that red buff would... I mean, Catch just saw Hojin on the top side.
I don't know.
Playful trickstering in on that. I mean, that was like the easiest bait in the universe for Kuro, who just pulled a blue card and just let it rip right there and then baited Sassin in. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yep. Well, that's 3 kills onto Hojin already, and if Catch isn't terrified yet, he should be.
The crazy thing is there's a ton of kill pressure on the bottom side of the map right now. Once Gorilla gets that flash back up, he's going to be able to just flash pull Nuclear and shove him straight into that fed Evelyn.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Hojin just skipping the Trailblazer completely, going straight to Brutalizer in 4 minutes. Oh, this is not good for Sbenu. This Eve is so strong.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do with it. He's coming bot now. Looks like he's going to try for some sort of lane gank. Nope. Just going to go get Krugs. We'll see if he rotates back down again.
He's going to want to wait for the flash from Gorilla just to make sure that they can actually finish one of these kills.
Oh, boy.
It's already level 4.
Yep.
But just going to go after the Scuttle Crab right now. Oh. Is he going to pursue this Fizz one more time? Jungle Echo.
Catch is there. Oh. Hojin, though, can probably still solo Catch.
They see Catch. Catch doesn't now sees Hojin.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage already onto this. Oh, man. Look, that's like 2 hits, man.
So we got auto and a hate spike. And now
Yeah.
Catch can kiss his jungle goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, there go the wolves. Catch is like, oh, man. I wish I had time to take those.
Kuro, no mana, still playing aggressively right here because they just don't have any control over the mid lane. If Sassen goes in, he's going to be punished. So Kuro, surprisingly, taking an advantage of this match. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Sassen, you're in big trouble, buddy. Catch coming in as well. There's a gold card. He playful tricks her into the wall. Oh, no, nothing playful about that. And Catch decides that he wants to die as well. Exhaust onto him. Vivid's like, where'd my team go? They're dead, man. They're all dead.
And we talked about Gorilla's roams, but he's just so good at coordinating with his lanes to get these kills. And Ku just running rampant over Sbenu. I really like what we saw from Sbenu using that level 2 Maokai once they got the Twisted Advance to pick up that kill for Fizz, but it has just been going downhill since then.
It's a pretty brutal slaughter so far. It looks like Hojin wants some action up in the top lane now. No flash for Soul. He's in big trouble. There's Zafir coming in from Smeb's ultimate. Soul pops his. He's tanky, no doubt about it. Gets pushed back, though. Is he going to live? Looks like barely makes it out there. Well, it was a nice try. It's going to force a recall. That's going to be some serious damage onto the top turret unless Catch can save it there. That looks like Soul just stick around. All right, well, that one didn't work, but doesn't really matter. They didn't really burn a lot for it. Oh, never mind. Gold card, Kuro comes in, dodges. Oh, there's the easy kill. Wow. This dodge is a W for Echo. It's like, yeah, I got this.
Really nice, though, by Kuro to follow that up during the recall.
No kidding.
Great use of that first ultimate. He has 100% kill contribution thanks to all of the action focused around the mid lane this game, and then him picking up that kill on the top side. Gorilla becoming this major roaming force on the map at the moment.
Yep, gonna try to maintain that undefeated record on Alice. I don't think it's gonna be too hard, judging by what we've seen in the first 7 minutes and 30 seconds of the game.
It's been a very exciting 7 minutes, to be fair.
It has. I like it. It's kind of a little bit of a lull now, so that means we've got time for a joke. What's Echo's favorite part of every meal? Say what?
What?
Seconds.
Oh, God.
That's terrible. Yep. There you go.
I didn't even want to know the answer to that question. You forced me to ask.
I know, and thank you. Thank you for being a good co-caster and humoring me. I appreciate it. The world thanks you. Headbutt Pulverize on to Catch. Sassen's there to provide moral support, but he will instead die, it looks like. Yep, there's a gold card. Gorilla pushed back a little bit. Nuclear coming in. He could get excited. Wow, this is getting a little bit messy here. Smeb gets taken out, and Sbenu is going to get a kill or two here. Goodbye, Hojin. That's a double kill for Nuclear now. Prey on the run. Vivid could catch him. He does. Gets him with that flash. There's the ultimate. I thought the ultimate was activated. I guess not. He's not level 6, so that's
almost certainly. I mean, I haven't seen Jungle Echo enough to know 100%, but you'd think that would be a pretty easy duel for Hojin to win. So we'll keep an eye on him, see what he does after he picks up the red buff. And they're going to know that he's starting on the bottom side of the map.
Yep, meanwhile, Catch going to go ahead and grab the Grump.
And Hojin is... was he seen by that ward? A little bit hard to tell. Looks like he wasn't.
I don't know. But Prey already zoning.
Yeah, Prey and Gorilla playing this very aggressively in spite of just having a Corki early on, and Gorilla having to start with his Q. Kuro.
Oh, blue card used. There we go. A move on to Kuro here. He has no way to really escape from this. Flash. Kill comes in anyway. Ah, but revenge for Hojin.
Hojin very smart to start pathing up there, but a good kill right there from Soul coming in off of the level 2. He went to the Raptors, took those out, and then came in for a gank. That was a smart game plan to try and snowball this Fizz. Fizz gets the kill, has to use both of his summoners for it, but unfortunately can't get more of an advantage than that. But good early game setup for Sbenu for sure.
Well, you know, it was a good idea to take advantage of the lack of summoners for Kuro as well, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. Now Hojin is going to absolutely steal the red buff right here.
He could just fight catch, too. I don't know why he's running away from this.
Yeah, you think they have that lane pressure as well, but...
Yeah, I don't know this matchup very well. Maybe it looks like he's going to take advantage of the lack of summoners for Sasson. Gold card. Oh, Kuro throws a blue card in, actually.
Oh, man. Sasson just ate the bait so hard.
He's like, LOL, blue card. Oh, no, I'm dead.
Why would you go in? They
know.
knew that red buff would... I mean, Catch just saw Hojin on the top side.
I don't know.
Playful trickstering in on that. I mean, that was like the easiest bait in the universe for Kuro, who just pulled a blue card and just let it rip right there and then baited Sasson in. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yep. Well, that's 3 kills onto Hojin already, and if Catch isn't terrified yet, he should be.
The crazy thing is there's a ton of kill pressure on the bottom side of the map right now. Once Gorilla gets that flash back up, he's going to be able to just flash pull Nuclear and shove him straight into that fed Evelyn.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Hojin just skipping the Trailblazer completely, going straight to Brutalizer in 4 minutes. Oh, this is not good for Sbenu. This Eve is so strong.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do with it. He's coming bot now. Looks like he's going to try for some sort of lane gank. Nope. Just going to go get Krugs. We'll see if he rotates back down again.
He's going to want to wait for the flash from Gorilla just to make sure that they can actually finish one of these kills.
Oh, boy.
It's already level 4.
Yep.
But just going to go after the Scuttle Crab right now. Oh. Is he going to pursue this Fizz one more time? Jungle Echo.
Catch is there. Oh. Hojin, though, can probably still solo Catch.
They see Catch. Catch doesn't. Now sees Hojin.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage already onto this. Oh, man. Look, that's like 2 hits, man.
So we got auto and a hate spike. And now
Yeah.
Catch can kiss his jungle goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, there go the wolves. Catch is like, oh, man. I wish I had time to take those.
Kuro, no mana, still playing aggressively right here because they just don't have any control over the mid lane. If Sasson goes in, he's going to be punished. So Kuro, surprisingly, taking an advantage in this match. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Sasson, you're in big trouble, buddy. Catch coming in as well. There's a gold card. Playful trickster into the wall. Oh, no, nothing playful about that. And Catch decides that he wants to die as well. Exhaust onto him. Vivid's like, where'd my team go? They're dead, man. They're all dead.
And we talked about Gorilla's roams, but he's just so good at coordinating with his lanes to get these kills. And Ku just running rampant over Sbenu. I really like what we saw from Sbenu using that level 2 Maokai once they got the twisted advance to pick up that kill for Fizz, but it has just been going downhill since then.
It's a pretty brutal slaughter so far. It looks like Hojin wants some action up in the top lane now. No flash for Soul. He's in big trouble. There's a fear coming from Smeb's ultimate. Soul pops his. He's tanky, no doubt about it. Gets pushed back, though. Is he going to live? Looks like barely makes it out there. Well, it was a nice try. He's going to force a recall. That's going to be some serious damage onto the top turret, unless Catch can save it there. That looks like Soul to stick around. All right, well, that one didn't work, but doesn't really matter. They didn't really burn a lot for it. Oh, never mind. Gold card, Kuro comes in, dodges. Oh, there's the easy kill. Wow. This dodge is a W for Echo. It's like, yeah, I got this.
Really nice, though, by Kuro to follow that up during the recall.
No kidding.
Great use of that first ultimate. He has 100% kill contribution thanks to all of the action focused around the mid lane this game, and then him picking up that kill on the top side. Gorilla becoming this major roaming force on the map at the moment.
Yep, gonna try to maintain that undefeated record on Alistar. I don't think it's gonna be too hard, judging by what we've seen in the first 7 minutes and 30 seconds of the game.
It's been a very exciting 7 minutes, to be fair.
It has. I like it. It's kind of a little bit of a lull now, so that means we've got time for a joke. What's Echo's favorite part of every meal? Say what?
What?
Seconds.
Oh, God.
That's terrible. Yep. There you go.
I didn't even want to know the answer to that question. You forced me to ask.
I know, and thank you. Thank you for being a good co-caster and humoring me. I appreciate it. The world thanks you. Headbutt Pulverize on to Catch. Sasson's there to provide moral support, but he will instead die, it looks like. Yep, there's a gold card. Gorilla pushed back a little bit. Nuclear coming in. He could get excited. Wow, this is getting a little bit messy here. Smeb gets taken out. And Sbenu is going to get a kill or two here. Goodbye, Hojin. That's a double kill for Nuclear now. Prey on the run. Vivid could catch him. He does. Gets him with that flash. There's the ultimate. I thought the ultimate was activated. I guess not. He's not level 6, so that's impossible.
Wow, well, probably don't want to feed the Jinx right now if
Guess
you are
not.
the Ku Tigers. Very over-eager to set that one up, and fighting deep in Spenu's jungle is going to cost them a dragon. Oh, actually, they nearly stole that.
They did. There we go. Kuro decides that he has not died yet this game enough, so there we go. Well done.
Oh, Ku Tigers decided to make things interesting again. It was a little too close in gold earlier, or the gold lead was getting too much, so we didn't close the gap.
Yeah, I mean, and now our faces can get well acquainted with our palms this game. That's nice.
Wow, Ku really going deep on that one.
Yep.
And man, that reset, I mean, they have 2 Sheens on the enemy team, but to commit to a fight like that when Sbenu just has every option to reinforce is very dangerous. And especially Smeb, all he has are Merc Treads and a Home Guard enchantment. And remember that most of the kills on this team are on the Evelyn.
Yeah. Well, Soul just going in on the Smeb yet again, and he's got a little bit of an edge in that lane now.
It's also worth noting that all of Ku's champions...
Oh, gold card. Here we go. There it is, used on Nuclear. Can they do enough damage? Big knock up onto Kuro. Oops, Ku Tigers going a little bit too far. This is getting a bit silly here. Goodbye, Gorilla. Wow. All right. Ku Tigers, apparently someone has turned off their brains. And this game is suddenly closer.
Sbenu,
Quite a bit closer.
I mean, Ketch read that very well. He knew that Kuro was going to try and TP on that bottom side to get control over this Jinx. And now they get a tower over it, and all of a sudden they jump out to a 1K gold lead thanks to the greed of the Ku Tigers just making very transparent plays and diving too far. And all of the Ku Tigers champions are very item dependent. TF, what's his goal? Zhonya's Hourglass here so he can get to the back line and shut down Jinx. Smeb trying to get into a Cinder Hulk situation where he can actually start to get tanky, and Prey needs that Trinity Force to really be strong here. So they are fighting at the wrong times.
Hojin coming up, but he meets the pink ward in the river, so he's not going to be able to make any plays up in top lane anytime soon. And yeah, Ku Tigers need to tighten things up a lot, otherwise this game is going to get much closer than they wanted to.
Already is much closer than they wanted to. They found themselves at a gold deficit.
Yeah, with the start they had too, it's kind of embarrassing that things have gotten to the point they have gotten.
They were 6-1 at 7 minutes into this game.
Yep.
And they had kills in every lane. So not really an excuse for their very poor play after that. Sbenu at least fighting back, doing a good job of trying to equalize.
Yeah, I mean, Ku kind of handing them those kills on a silver platter every time, but I don't think they're going to get much more. They shouldn't anyway.
Well, I don't know. You really wanted to keep this Fizz down, and he's getting a little bit big right now. Isn't really behind in terms of his farm.
Yeah. It's certainly looking a little bit rough. But, you know, that said, the Ku Tigers are still even, right? They're a tiny bit behind, so.
That said, we've seen a game where Sbenu got a 5-0 Jinx against CJ and still lost.
It's true.
So they haven't been very good about playing around their strengths in general.
That's a good point. Catch able to get a little bit of a start going on this Echo now. 1-1-3 for him. And we'll see what sort of plays he can make. Morel Namakan just picked up for Sawson too, so he's actually got his first big item this game. Kuro's still looking for his after picking up that Sheen.
He's going to go for a Lich Bane. He should go Lich Bane into Zhonya's Hourglass this game. That would be pretty ideal in terms of what he's dealing with on the enemy composition and enable him to start split pushing pretty early on here. There is that Fizz who will be able to match him in terms of that split push, but strong 1-3-1 this game from Ku overall.
Oh, gold card perhaps coming in from the Gate of Destiny, but doesn't look like they're going to pull the trigger on that one. Just trying to push people back. We've got a short time until Dragon's up. And Catch throwing in his W. Can he get in for the stun? He can on the Hojin. Knocked out by Gorilla, but immediately Vivid comes in as well. There's the ult on the Hojin as well. Sasin manages to nail Prey with his ultimate. They're going to go in. Ult used by Evelyn, trying to get away here, but that's a kill for Soul. And now one goes down. Prey able to pick it up with Corki. Smeb trying to back away. Catch with another kill there. Gets him with the Time Winder.
And now they're just going to take the red buff as well. Good engage from Sbenu.
Yeah.
Coming in on that one, recognizing that Smeb still not having a lot of items. Smeb is really squishy still. And so can't survive a lot of the burst that's coming in from the back line of Sbenu. Kind of had to ult out of that just to pick up Sasin.
And Sbenu 2K ahead now. And normally we would say, oh, Catch trying to come in for a dive. Not going to really fight it. Normally we'd say, well, they can just wait and come back late game, right? They can just wait for the enemy team to make a mistake. But do they really have the composition that can do something like that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can always catch people out with a Twisted Fate. And eventually I think Sbenu will make a mistake where Ku is going to be able to create a pick, but that's really in Spenu's hands.
Well, Smeb is managed to at least stay even in farm, and Kuro does have quite a bit more in the mid lane. One less death as well. Got that Lich Bane now. Dragon coming up soon though, so if Sbenu can prevent the Ku Tigers from taking a dragon here, that would be pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely. The Corki has the Trinity Force right now. You'd think that the Ku Tigers would be able to push them off this objective with their very subpar poke compared to TF Corki. The thing they've got going is some pretty decent engage with the Maokai, but Maokai starting to group. Ooh, he's playing dangerously right now. They could pick him off real easily.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to. No, not going for it. I suppose if they commit to a kill here, they would be giving up the dragon. Looks like they are anyway.
Looks like they just want to give it up and make a play on the top side right now. See how many towers they can take to get back within gold range.
Right. Oh, Soul on the run there. They're going to catch him anyway. Trying to twist advance in. There's a gold card onto him. Gets the Sun Arcane Smash. Knocks people away a little bit. But Soul will go down. A kill for Kuro. Now, can they get a turret or two out of this?
Well, they put Corki in that mid lane, but there's a big minion wave in bottom, and Jinx is going to be left alone with the turret early on. That's probably not going to end well for the Ku Tigers. I think their tier 2 is probably going to die.
Yeah, whoa, grab onto Prey here, but nobody else is around. Vivid, wow, there goes the tier 2. And now the tier 1 in a little bit of trouble too.
And just not enough damage on that top side turret, so they trade a dragon and a tier 2 for... Wow, that is a very bad trade for the Tigers. They didn't want to commit to that, and now they take a bunch of damage onto their mid also.
Kind of a very bizarre game now at this point.
Well, they still have TF Ultimate if they want to make a play, and they have a lot of vision up around top.
Well, they're kind of getting to the point now where they have to start making plays.
Yeah, they're not too far behind. So, and I mean, this composition is such a nightmare for Jinx in the late game that Ku still has a pretty good compositional advantage, because how Jinx survives will be kind of a miracle.
All right, well, mid lane turret under some pressure. Kuro just trying to clear the wave as best he can. Evelyn coming around from the side. Looks like Ku Tigers might try to flank this. Yes, they will. Here we go in. 3-man ult. Use Sasin, not caught by that, though. Gorilla comes in for a big pulverize, knocks people up. Kuro and Prey trying to follow up with some damage themselves. Here comes Smeb from the side, still a little bit low on items. They're going to have to let Sbenu go.
Well, they didn't want to use the TF ult right there. It was too close to that tier 1 turret. So in the end, Sbenu manages to group, manages to take a tower, and get out. And we've seen this Sbenu before. We've seen this Sbenu have leads against CJ, have leads against SKT. The problem is they inevitably make a massive error, and the game ends instantly, and they lose.
Yep.
So can they hold it together this time that they've actually managed to procure that lead after the Ku Tigers really didn't snowball properly and overextended on a massive advantage that they had early?
might be kind of tough to hold on to that. They've certainly struggled with it so far this season.
I mean, the Jinx still doesn't have an Infinity Edge yet, though. There's been a lot of action for only 18 minutes into this game.
Well, she just got one now. Finally picked it up. It seems like this is the point in the game, though, where the Coup Tigers composition is going to finally come alive, you know?
Well, it'd be really nice if they could get Azonia's onto the TF. We'll see what item he goes for next.
True. Just looking more at Prey with the Trinity Force. Sork shoes done now.
Well, Hecarim, too, just not really coming into his own yet, and
Yeah, I suppose.
he's going to need a lot more items. He's going to need that Cinder Hulk. He's going to need some armor and some magic resist to really start being useful in these fights. And Cinder Hulk Hecarim really does shine when he gets to 3+ items, but before that, he doesn't do a whole lot.
Yep, so Sbenu has to kind of keep the pressure on.
Looking
Smev
for the
waiting.
port.
Yeah, waiting to see if he can TP here.
They have a good angle. If they see Maokai on the top side, they may go for it, but they're not going to do that just yet. Coup Tigers don't see the fight that they want, and Zerso just going to back off.
It seems like they do need to be really careful about where they fight for the foreseeable future, until they can maybe get another pick or two. At least they've got that good wave clear in mid.
Sbenu just abandoned the bottom turret right here to Prey, who has that Trinity Force, so Jinx is going to make it back around in time, but they had the wave right up there near the tower, and everybody started piling into the mid lane. An awkward defense right there from Sbenu.
A little bit. This is ending up being much more of a tense game than I expected it would be. I think a lot of people than I think the Coup Tigers expected it would be.
I think we're all pretty much in that boat right now. The big gold differential right now is Nuclear over Prey.
Yeah.
At this point in time, all those extra assists really racking up for him, as well as having that global gold from the turrets also. And it's going to be tough for Prey to fight this one. Does go back and get his Vamp Scepter. They still have that huge, huge poking advantage, and no Aegis yet on the side of Sbenu. That's a bit interesting, the Echo going for the Glacial Shroud instead of the Aegis first. Just because you have all this magic poke damage coming in from Kuro and Prey and no real defense for that yet.
Dragon up in about 30, and you feel like Ku really needs to go for this one now. They're already down 0-2 in Dragons, and letting Sbenu kind of get a big Dragon Edge with a 3-0 would be playing things a little bit too close to comfort as far as that 5 Dragon comes in later in the game.
Well, they're in a really good position to poke right now.
Yep.
Kuro doesn't have a blue buff, that hurts a little bit. He'd rather have a blue buff going into this fight, but at least he has blue cards to get some of his mana back, and they're playing very far up into the lane. They've got no wards on the Dragon right now. I'm scared to go into that side of the river, and this may be Sbenu just going to go ahead and take a Dragon 2-man right now.
Yeah, I think looks like the Coup Tigers are just going to give up a 3rd one in a row here.
Surprised that you make that decision when you have the Destiny.
That is, it seems very risky too, because they're not going to get any turrets out of this. They're not going to get any kills, it looks like. Just kind of willingly falling farther behind.
Kuro got a blue buff by himself, and now's the time to make the play if they're going to make one. They didn't have eyes on that, and they didn't want to pop the TF ult to see if they were doing it or to try and prevent them from taking that 3rd Dragon. So it looks like Ku just finally trying to play conservatively around their power spikes. Unfortunately, they gave up a lot for it earlier on. I mean, giving up the Dragons is not really a problem if you're the Tigers right now, because you know so clearly when you're going to be strong against Sbenu. The problem was engaging in those fights before you were strong enough to really deal with the champions they were throwing at you.
Yeah. And now it's a 3-0 Dragon lead. It's a 3-1 turret lead. So, Coup Tigers going to get a little bit of practice of playing from behind today, I guess.
Well, Kuro is extremely close to finishing out that Zhonya's Hourglass, and that is a huge buy because that means that he's finally going to have that pressure on the back line that he's been lacking to a certain degree. Catch going to come in right here, help to clear out the wave with that Time Winder. But once Kuro gets that item, they can win team fights again, even though they're behind in gold slightly. They're going to be probably at their peak point of power.
Yeah, we'll see if they can capitalize on it. In the meantime, Sbenu just pushing their way across the map. Do you feel like Sbenu could have more wards deeper into the Ku side of the jungle?
Yeah, they could have pressed in a little bit more aggressively, especially since, Echo is quite a slippery champion as it is. So some wards going down right there in the tri-brush. They want the angle onto this turret. This is a great time for the Tigers to fight. We do see Smeb going back right now as that pink board is cleared out. He's got other choices, however. Looks like they're going to try and set up that flank. Here we go.
Catch gets pushed back. There's a Gate of Destiny coming in. We'll see if they go who they go after. Maybe it's Catch. No, gold card up in the top lane onto Soul. Kuro goes up there, gets ulted immediately by Nautilus. There's a kill onto Jinx. They managed to get in on the Nuclear and get that one. Catch taken out as well. And here is that moment we were talking about. Ku Tigers able to finally use that power spike. Baron activated. Smeb just wants to get the damage in onto Sassin. And now we'll see what the Ku Tigers can do with this.
Well, they have to push and get a turret off of this. Kuro didn't even have to use his Zhonyas in that fight at all. I mean, Smeb found a great angle onto Nuclear and just shoved him right into the welcoming arms of the rest of his teammates. Now they're all going to collect in the mid lane, take out a mid turret. That'll be a gold lead for the Ku Tigers. And now the big thing we're going to wait for is for Jinx to go ahead and get a QSS because, or Vivid to get that Crucible. It's going to be a little bit of a battle. I mean, they need that item to deal with the gold card Twisted Fate now. So this game is a little bit of a seesaw in terms of itemization.
It certainly seems that way. 2 items for Smeb's Hecarim as well too. That Frozen Heart's going to help out a ton.
Well, he's going to have another item when he goes back now.
Should be close, yeah.
He's getting a lot of gold from these jungle camps with his Skirmisher Saber. He should be moving into a Cowl probably next. And Prey grabbing a red buff as well. So that was a great fight for the Tigers. Absolutely the one they should have taken. Question is, how are they going to do on this next engage when it comes to the Dragon? Probably similarly well.
Yeah, they could. Oh, trying to catch Hojin. They do catch him with the Fizz ultimate as well, too. Gets caught out. Catch hit with the gold card. Can they finish him off? He's going to go ahead and gain some health back from his ultimate. Prey's going to flash ahead. Did he get him with the rocket? No, not quite. Kuro comes in with the Gate of Destiny onto Sassin. That's going to be a kill for Prey now. So Catch getting away. They're going to trade mid laner for jungle. And Ku Tigers just going to back off. Yeah, I don't really want to lose a whole lot more or have the potential of losing more right before the Dragon.
Definitely a good trade for Ku right there. Go ahead and take out Sassin one more time. Slow him down as much as you can because he is that threat to your backline, to your AD carry, and he's gotten a little bit more kills than you'd probably like, even though he's also died several times, and he's working towards that Zhonya's Hourglass now. Smeb coming in from the side.
He ulted over the Flame Choppers to get onto Nuclear. Looks like they're going to push him back here for now. The rest of the Ku Tigers not there to really help out.
Not really enough follow-up to justify that play.
Not really.
Now the question is, looks like they may have Onslaught of Shadows up just in time for this next Dragon in 1 minute. Ku's starting to clear out their lanes, but they've got to set up better for this one. Letting them have number 4 would be a pretty big disaster for the Tigers. Coming into this fight, however, they do have an Aegis now, Blade of the Ruined King completed. So they have a pretty nice item advantage. Smeb actually going for more damage now instead of the Cowl. So not respecting the fact that Sassin might be able to kill him here and instead choosing to go for the Phage into the Trinity Force.
Oh, I think, like we mentioned earlier, just really wanting to get into onto Nuclear and eliminate that Jinx as fast as he can.
Well, this is a build to do that with.
Yep. Definitely is. Dragging up in about 15 seconds now. Nope. Missed the Time Winder. This happens.
Oh boy, Smeb getting a red buff could be really huge right here. That'd be a great takeaway, one less tool for the Jinx to kite with. And indeed, they're going to get it. Smeb, too, he's going to be even stickier. He's got Phage and red buff right now. that Jinx has almost no hope of escaping, especially with that flash still down.
Yeah. The Tigers, oh, they're gonna throw in the Time Winder. There's the ultimate use by Evelyn. Nice ult by Smeb to come in as well too. Prey still okay, got knocked up, but not taking a lot of damage, gets the kill onto Vivid. Sasa not able to follow up that Fizz ultimate. Oh, nearly does, but the double kill comes in for Prey actually. Curl looking for a gold card, finds one on a catch. And there he goes, going to be easy couple objectives now for the Coup Tigers.
Prey chuckling on your screen at that team fight. Did die in the end, but not before he helped his team pick up 3 more kills and a tier 2 turret. Starting to come away with that gold lead. They're going to be able to get that dragon as well.
Yeah, that's
not really anyone's going to be there in time to go ahead and take that objective.
It's going to be a really nice boost as well too for the Coup Tigers to get that little 6% AP, 6% ability power as well, or AD AP rather. And they'll get it, no problem. So, yeah, just finally waiting for that power spike and taking advantage of it. Let's watch that fight again. Nice response by Hojin to drop the Evelyn ult just to kind of set things up for Smeb.
But look at that huge Hecarim ult that comes into play right in the front line right there. They don't even have to get the flank. No teleport available during this fight. Bray moves forward. Sausage actually just going to E through a minion and then go down, but unfortunately the damage over time is going to end Prey in the end. Catch finds himself all alone after being flash gold carded right there by Kuro.
Pretty much. And now in the spot lane, Smeb ready to go toe-to-toe with Soul. Almost.
So after a bit of a worrying time, despite their big early lead where Coup really overplayed, now they are comfortably, they hit their power spike, they did their Coup Tigers things.
Yep.
And now they are once again in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, at this point, it's a matter of pushing those lanes, huh?
Yep. And the 1-3-1 split push here is something that Sbenu just doesn't have an answer to, really. As soon as Smeb completes that Trinity Force, the Fizz, the Maokai are not really going to be able to stand up to the amount of damage that those champions have. And they will start to become pretty big issues. Smeb is looping around right now. Going back into lane, still a bit chunked out. Gonna have to go back to base sooner rather than later just to top up on HP. And he can set up a teleport pretty much at any time he wants right now.
Yeah, and I wonder what he can buy when he goes back as well too. He's got to have at least another part or two of that Trinity Force ready to pick up.
And look at that, the Luden's Echo for Kuro also. Just if he gets into the back line and hits multiple people, Smeb going to look for an engage right here. He finished his Trinity Force as expected.
Yep. All right, just walking back to lane for now. Just wants to push back bot a little bit on his way. So if you're the Coup Tigers, you just sort of orient yourself near 1-3-1, huh?
Yeah,
not really worrying about the Baron.
Yeah, I would just 1-3-1 right now. That's their strongest strategy. I mean, they have a Corki in the mid lane and an Alistar for disengage, TF, and Hecarim to split push if they want to. Can absolutely deal with that, although it is harder now that Sasin has the Zhonya's Hourglass, because that's another way he can become invulnerable. But with adequate warding, you can just keep on pushing the Fizz in and not be too terribly concerned.
Fizz, Fish, similar.
Similar thing.
Similar. Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, gold card. There we go. On to Soul. And they're going to just run over him with Smeb as well. There's the flash from Maokai, and he's actually going to get back under turret. Kuro loading up another gold card. There's the stun, and there is going to be the kill on to Soul. Smeb taking a lot of damage from the turret, but they get the job done. Meanwhile, a little bit of aggression from Sbenu in the mid lane. Doesn't result in a whole lot, but a turret taken down in bot by the Coup Tigers.
Yep, so good dive right there. They're able to follow up on the engage very well. You can see the damage coming in from the Hecarim at this late stage of the game. And even though Sbenu try and take that fight, try and take the 4v3, Gorilla's playing that Alistar, so he just is able to easily ult and disengage from that situation.
Sbenu going for this tier 2 in mid here, but the Coup Tigers might have a decent flank. A lot of damage on the catch already. Nice headbutt, pulverized flame choppers. Dodged by Gorilla as well, too. The W from Echo does stun a few people.
Oh,
It
the
doesn't
gold
matter.
card.
Wow. He caught him. That's a double kill for Kuro. And Ku Tiger's just kind of running over Sbenu now. Vivid tries to flash to get away, gets pushed back towards the wall. Smeb just becoming an unstoppable killing machine at this point. Another knockup onto Soul as he twisted advances back to try to escape. Doesn't work. Smeb over the wall onto Nuclear. Gets taken out though. And Jinx is just excited to escape with her life at this point.
Jinx actually gets a double kill
I
in
guess
that
so.
instance before they can actually push down. Instead, looks like Ku doesn't want the inhibitor turret for some reason. They're going to change their attention to the tier 2. And that gold card right there, so Kuro flash gold carded, and then Sasin flash just a split second later, and that carried that gold card like double distance for the very long range engage. That was pretty funny to see. So Catch finds Prey in the jungle right there, takes a bunch of damage up front. Smeb knocking Sasin into the wall and then back towards the rest of his team. And Prey actually going to get hit. Look at that. Ooh, long range gold card.
Hey, it works.
And then just the follow-up from there, pretty straightforward. Maybe gets punched into the wall, but there's the Evelynn ult to get the mass. Slow down Gorilla with the combo. And they try and chase Soul just a little bit too far right here. Smeb tries to shove Nuclear back in. It's just not quite enough damage, and Gorilla dies to a turret.
Wah, wah. Not the cleanest game we've ever seen from the Ku Tigers, but they've managed to gain back quite a big lead here in the later stages of the game. 20 seconds until that next dragon. Looks like they may just fight around Baron instead.
Well, at least Crucible is done for Nuclear right now, so he actually has the ability to maybe live through this dive. If he can also avoid the Hecarim damage, which seems unlikely.
And we'll see. Dragon is up. And it looks like the Ku Tigers are just going to walk down and take that now.
Yeah, just clear up that objective. That's one of the very few ways that Sbenu could feasibly come back into this game without another massive throw. Smeb is just going to TP in from behind. Oh boy, goodbye Jinx.
Yeah, gets the home guard as
Oh
well. Look
my.
out, Nuclear. Oh no! Wow, that was fast. Meanwhile, Kuro manages to get that kill. Nice damage coming in from Prey as well, too. All of Sbenu grouping up, all of Sbenu getting totally rocked. This is going to be a very clean team fight win for the Ku Tigers, it looks like. Soul knocks back Smeb for the moment. Gotta dodge that Time Winder, which Smeb does not do, but I suppose they can just turn right onto Baron, huh?
Yeah, just move on to that objective next. And man, the setup was just so good
Yeah.
for the Ku Tigers in that last fight. And then Sbenu did the big mistake. They clumped, got like 4-man pulverized into 4-man Hecarim ulted, and absolutely got demolished.
Well, Nuclear just vanished, too, at the beginning
He got
of
one
that
shot.
fight.
He got one shot by Kuro and Smeb. They did their job. I
Yep.
mean, that is why when we saw the Jinx come in the draft, the last 2 picks were TF Hecarim instantly, because that is such a wonderful counter to this Jinx in terms of team fighting.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see the replay here. Ku Tigers with the Baron buff now. They can push ahead and, for the first time in the game, take a turret lead here. It's still tied, 4-4. But Ku Tigers getting way ahead in every other category for the moment, except for Dragon. Still behind in that, too. It's been an interesting game.
It has. But the Tigers got themselves back together, put on the performance that they should have earlier in this game. I mean, this game could have obviously ended much sooner.
Oh, yeah.
But Sbenu, to their credit, I mean, one thing Sbenu does is they keep fighting, even when they have these large deficits. They're not afraid to try and bootstrap themselves back into games.
Well, you can't be. I mean, it's good practice. You need to know how to play behind. You need to know how to try to take every advantage you can. So, yeah, credit to them for not giving up.
No, they definitely don't roll over and die, which
No.
is refreshing to see.
Yeah. There have been other teams that we've seen that have completely rolled over, even picking ridiculous comps, and then getting disqualified from the tournament.
Good times.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Gate of Destiny used just to scare Sbenu. Actually, they're going to go deep. Wow, a kill on the Nuclear already. Just gets evaporated yet again. And it looks like another easy team fight win for the Ku Tigers. Double kill comes in for Kuro. Not a lot that Sbenu can do when every one of their carries gets eliminated. Triple kill for Kuro coming in. And there's the ace, about as clean as it gets. And that will be the end of the game. So A little bit of a rough start for, well, a rough right after good start for Coup Tigers, and then coming back, winning it pretty easily in the mid and late games, and that is a 2-0 for the Coup Tigers over Sbenu Sonic Boom. GG.